Hello and welcome to this beginner yoga routine. This is a full body practice with a little bit of everything for day 30 of the 30 days of yoga for beginners. Today, we'll be weaving in everything that we focused on over the last 30 days so that you can recap and see just how far you've come. As always, you may want a couple of props, a set of blocks, or cushions if you have them. And when you're ready, we'll begin in a seated position. Find a comfortable seat. It could be cross-legged, stacking the legs, or any other way that you prefer. Rest your hands on your knees and sit up tall. Then close your eyes if it helps you to concentrate. And we'll start this practice by taking some time to get present with the body, with the breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And slowly exhale out through your nose or mouth. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. Keep this going, staying present with your breath. And as you do this, bring awareness to your body. Soften the muscles in your face. Relax your shoulders. Let go of holding in your belly or anywhere else that you may be carrying tension. And as you sit here, I invite you to set an intention for this practice. A way of practicing, if you will. Maybe it's to practice with more compassion towards yourself, with less judgment or more acceptance for what the body can or can't do. Take a moment to decide for yourself your direction for this practice. Then we'll finish by taking a deep breath in and an audible breath out. Flicker the eyes open when you're ready. With your next inhale, lift your shoulders up to your ears. And as you exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. A few more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale to roll back. One more inhale. And exhale. Good. And circle your belly, going a few times in one direction. And then in the other direction. Come back through center. Place the left hand on the right knee and the right hand behind you for support as you twist to the right. Without forcing the twist, just go easy as the body's still warming up. Take a deep breath in and sit up tall. As you exhale, roll the right shoulder back, and you could turn the head to look over the shoulder. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale out. Release your twist, turn to face forward, then bringing the right hand to the left knee. Twist to the left and place the left hand behind you for support. Without forcing the twist, just go slowly. Take a deep breath in, sit up tall. As you breathe out, roll the left shoulder back, turn the head to look over the shoulder. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale out. And turn to face forward. If you're facing the long end of your mat, turn to face the front of your mat. Uncross your legs, bend your knees. Place the hands at the backs of the knees as you sit back. Keep the spine neutral, and then lift the feet to come into boat pose, so the shins are level with the mat. If you're feeling quite confident here, you could reach the arms forward. Keep the shoulders relaxed, gaze ahead of you. Steady your breath. Hold for one more breath in. As you breathe out, swing your legs around, come into tabletop. Pat the knees if they're a little sensitive. Spread your fingers wide and grip the mat with your fingertips. Then we'll move through a figure of 8 to warm the wrists. And you can start with a small figure of 8. And then exaggerate it, maybe swaying the hips, snaking the spine, just moving any areas of the body that still feel a little tight or a little tense. And come back to tabletop, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. With your breath in, arch your back, open your chest for cow pose. Gaze forward. As you exhale, round your back, bring chin to chest, push the floor away. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale to cat. Keep this going, moving in synchronization with your breath. Take one more breath in, opening the chest. And exhale out, rounding the back. Come back to tabletop. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. Walk your hands forward. Then sink the chest down to come into puppy pose, resting the forehead on the mat or the chin. Deepen your breath. Let gravity do the work as your chest sinks down to the mat. Hold for a deep breath in. Exhale, ripple forward. Come and lie down on your belly, bringing the forearms to the mat to find Sphinx pose. Then press through the forearms, roll your shoulders back, open your chest. Inhale here. Exhale out. Come back to tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. And slowly push back into downward dog, sending the hips high, looking to your big toes. And you can either stay here in stillness or pedal out the legs to warm up the lower body. Look forward, and then walk the feet to the hands, bending the knees to make this easier as you walk yourself into a forward fold. Keep a bend in the knees here. Take a hold of opposite elbow and rock side to side to come into ragdoll. Tuck your chin into your chest to lengthen the back of the neck. And let your upper body hang heavy over the legs. Let go of your elbows. With an inhale, round your spine, slowly rolling up to stand. To find Tadasana, our mountain pose. Relax the arms by your side, shoulders away from the ears, and focus the gaze ahead of you. Inhale, lift the arms, lift your gaze. Exhale, gentle bend in the knees as you fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. You could always bring hands to thighs. Exhale, step the left foot back and lower the knee for low lunge. Pad the knee if it's needed. With your inhale, reach the arms up. Reach tall with the arms, lengthen the spine. Then as you exhale, take your hands behind the back, clasp them, interlacing the fingers, and draw the hands down past your tailbone. So we're encouraging the chest to open, rolling the shoulders back. Deep breaths in and out here. Hold for one more breath in. As you breathe out, release the hands, bring the fingertips down to the mat. Shuffle your front foot forward so that you can extend the leg and flex the foot. You could always keep a little bend in the knee here if it makes it more accessible. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen your spine. Exhale, and we'll fold forward into half split. Gaze down at the mat. And pause here. Now is a good time to come back to your intent for today's practice. Just to check in and see if you are practicing in alignment with the way that you decided you wanted to. Inhale and re-bend the front knee. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Exhale here. Inhale, reach the arms up for high lunge. Pressing through the ball of the back foot, reaching up with the arms. Gaze ahead of you. Take a deep breath in, start shifting weight into your front foot. As you exhale out, step the back foot forward to come into chair pose. Shifting weight back through your heels, sitting the hips down. You want to be able to see the big toes here. Hold for a breath in. As you breathe out, fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back and lower the knee for low lunge. Pat the knee if you need. Arms up with your inhale. Reaching tall, lengthening the spine here. Exhale, hands come behind you, clasp them together, and start to draw the hands down past the sacrum. Puffing up the chest, rolling the shoulders back. Breathing deeply here. Inhale in position. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Shuffle your front foot forward and extend the leg. And flex the foot. You could always keep a little bend in the knee here. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale and fold, bringing your belly toward your thigh, gazing down as we pause here in half split. With your next breath in, rebend the front knee. Exhale, tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Inhale, reach your arms up, high lunge. You could always reset the feet if you need. Gaze ahead of you, steady your breath. Press through the ball of the back foot. Inhale, shift weight into the front foot. Exhale, step the back foot forward, come into chair. Sit the hips back. Weight is through the heels. And if you notice that you're arching your back here, bring your lower ribs closer to your hips to bring the spine into more of a neutral position. Inhale in position. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Holding this plank for a few breaths. Really focus on pushing the floor away. And if the hips are up high, tuck your tailbone. So you're bringing the hips to the same level as the body. There's always the option to lower the knees for these final few breaths. Inhale here. As you exhale, we'll lower through chaturanga. You could lower the knees if you'd like to prioritize your alignment. Rock forward, bend the elbows, keep them close to the side of the body, and try to lower down with control, slowly. Untuck the toes, keep the hands where they are. Inhale, lift your chest for Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Take a full breath in. Exhale out. Place the left foot in the middle of the mat. Inhale, reach the right leg up, opening out the hip to stack the right side over the left. Holding here, keep pressing through your hands and the grounded foot for stability. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Focus on pushing the floor away as you step the foot through. You could always heel toe it in position. Open out the back foot and windmill the arms up for warrior two. So you want the front heel to be in line with the middle of the back foot. Relaxing the shoulders, reaching the arms apart. Steady your breath here. Flip the front palm. Inhale, right arm reaches up, left arm rests on the leg to reverse warrior. Reaching through the right arm, lengthening the right side of your torso. Inhale here. Exhale, come through warrior two. And you could either rest the right forearm on the thigh as you reach the left arm overhead. Or if you're not feeling restricted, you could place the right fingertips or hand down onto a block or the mat just in front of your foot to find extended side angle. Turning the chest open here, you could gaze up to the sky. Reaching through the left arm, lengthening the left side of the body. Inhale in position. As you exhale, look down for balance. Lower the hands on the inside of the right foot and turn the back foot to face forward. Edge the right foot to the right side to create more space for lizard lunge, and then lower the back knee down and we'll pause here. Deepening the breath. Sending the hips down and forward. And if you notice that there's a little more space available, you could start to bend the arms, lowering the chest. Or use a set of blocks to make a platform and support yourself. Good. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Then step the back foot to the outside of the left hand. Bend the knees, sit the hips back, and we'll find a wider squat position. Option to use your fingertips on the mat for support, or if you're feeling steady, bring hands to prayer. Keep shifting the weight back through your heels. Pause for a breath in. Exhale and fold forward. Bring the feet in, hips width. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Holding plank for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower the knees if you're modifying. Move slowly. Inhale, you could take cobra or roll onto the tops of the feet. Extend the arms. Keep the thighs off the mat for upward facing dog. Pause for a breath in. As you breathe out, push back to downward dog. Place the right foot in the middle of the mat. Inhale, lift the left leg high and open out the hip. Pause here, focus on pressing the hands and the grounded foot into the mat. Inhale here. As you exhale, step the foot in between the hands, pushing the floor away to create space. Open out the back foot, windmill the arms up for warrior two. Relax your shoulders, reach your arms apart. And if you notice that you're arching your back here, maybe the bum is sticking out, tuck the tailbone under so you bring the pelvis into more of a neutral position. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, right hand will rest on the leg as we find reverse warrior. Reach all the way through the left arm, so you want to be able to feel a stretch along the left side of the torso. Inhale here. As you exhale, come through warrior two, and you could either rest the left forearm on the thighs, you reach the right arm overhead, or bring the left hand down to a block or the mat just in front of your foot. On the inside of your foot, should I say. Pause here, turn your chest open. And keep pressing through the right foot. So the right leg is active and engaged. Inhale here. As you exhale, look down for balance. Lower the hands on the inside of the foot. Turn the back foot to face forward. And shuffle the left foot to the left side to create space. Then lower the knee down to come into lizard lunge. Sending the hips down and forward. Deepen your breath. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and step the back foot to the outside of the right hand. This time, turn your feet out to an angle. Bend your knees and sink the hips down. Maybe you just come into a squat, bringing the hips to knee height. Or perhaps you'd like to work the hips a little bit lower, coming into Malasana, using the fingertips for support here. Or placing blocks underneath the feet if the heels are raised, so that you can lean a little bit more weight back to lift your chest, and maybe bring the hands to prayer as we find Malasana. Inhale here. Exhale and fold forward. Bring your feet in, hips width. Inhale, round the spine, roll up to stand. Then turn to face the side of the mat. Step your feet wide into a straddle position, so about 3 to 4 feet between the feet. Rest the hands at the hip creases. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, puff up your chest. Exhale and hinge from the hip creases to fold forward. As you fold, you may find that you need a little bend in the knees here to make this more accessible. Then tuck your chin into your chest so the crown of the head angles down to the mat. And you could keep the hands on the hips, bring them down to a set of blocks, or reach to catch hold of your ankles maybe for something a little different. Deepen the breath as we pause here. And if you notice that all of your weight is in your heels, shift forward to distribute your weight through the front of the feet as well. So you want to feel some weight in the toes and in the balls of the feet. Inhale and lift back up. Turn the feet out to an angle. Bend your knees and sink the hips down. As the knees bend, they may want to start rolling in. If that's happening, keep them out so they point in the direction of the toes. You can either rest hands on thighs or bring hands to prayer as we pause in Goddess. If you notice that you're sticking your bum out, tuck your tailbone under, bring the spine into neutral. Relax your shoulders. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale out, straighten the legs and bring the feet in hips width. Then shift the weight into the left leg. Open out the right leg so the knee points to the side. And then you can either rest the foot against the lower left leg, or if you're feeling quite confident in your tree pose, maybe you work the foot up the lower leg, or you could also work towards bringing it to the upper thigh. And you can use your hand for this. If you're coming to the upper thigh, focus on pressing the foot into your leg and pushing your leg into your foot so we keep the foot in place. Then hands can come to prayer at heart center as we pause in tree pose. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale out. And lower the foot down. You may need to pedal out the legs to reset. And then we'll switch sides, shifting the weight into the right foot. Open out the left knee. And you could either rest the foot against the lower leg, just keeping the toes on the mat for support, or work the foot up the lower leg, or use your hands to place the foot at the upper thigh. Wherever you find yourself, go slowly. Focus your gaze on one spot. Then when you're ready, bring hands to prayer at heart center and we'll pause in Vrikshasana, tree pose. Final breath in here. And out. Release the foot. Pedal the legs if you need. Then turn to step to the top of the mat. Coming into Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up, lift your gaze. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Pausing for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, moving slowly, coming all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes and relax your arms by your side. Then you could rest the forehead on the mat to begin. Place something underneath the hip bones if you know that they normally dig into the mat. Then when you're ready, lift your legs. This may be as far as you go, if so, stay here. If you'd like to come further, lift the arms, chest, and head off the mat to come into Shalabhasana locust pose. Rolling the shoulders back to help lift the chest, engaging the glutes to help lift the legs. Deepening the breath here. Hold for one more inhale. Exhale and lower down. Push back to tabletop. Then extend the left leg, lifting it off the mat. And when you feel ready, reach the right arm forward. Arch the back, lifting the arm and the leg. This may be as far as you take it. If you'd like to go further, bend the left leg and reach the right arm back, seeing if you can hold onto your foot. It's okay. If not, you could always use a strap and loop it around the foot. And once you have a hold, press the foot against your hand or your strap like you're trying to kick the leg back. Rolling the right shoulder back, opening the right side of the chest as we pause here in tiger pose. Deep breaths in and out. Inhale in position. Exhale and release with control. Return to tabletop. Good. Extend and lift the right leg. When you feel steady, reach the left arm forward. Then arch the back, lift the arm and leg, and you can either stay here or bend the leg and reach the left arm back. See if you can catch your foot. If not, it's okay. Use a strap, loop it around your foot to make it easier for you to hold. Then press the foot against the hand or strap like you're trying to extend the leg back. Lift your chest. Focus your gaze. Hold for one more inhale. Exhale and release. With control, come back to tabletop. Good work. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips, come back to downward dog. And lift the right leg high, opening out the hip, bending the knee. Inhale here. As you exhale, bring the right knee down to the mat, just behind the right wrist. Open the leg out to the left side. Then edge your back leg down the mat to come into pigeon pose. If you're using props here, you could place something underneath the right side of the buttocks and maybe just in front of the left side of the thigh. Then square off the hips by drawing the right side back, rolling the left side forward. Walk the hands forward and lower yourself down. Finding stillness. Starting to lengthen your inhale and exhale now as the practice begins to shift gear. Lift yourself up and step back to downward dog. If the right leg has gone to sleep, pedal out the legs. And with your breath in, lift the left leg, open out the hip, and bend the knee. As you exhale, bring the left leg forward, lower the knee behind the left wrist, and open the leg out to the right side to create space. Then edge the back leg down the mat to lower down into pigeon pose. This time, your prop could be under the left side of the buttocks and just in front of the right thigh. Square off the hips by rolling the left side back and the right side forward. Then lower down, making yourself as comfortable as you can be here. I know it's a challenge in pigeon pose, but try to be still and focus on your breath. Sit back up. Then sit over on your left side, just removing any props if you're working with them. And swing your legs around in front of you. And then come and lie down on your back. As you lie down, hug the right knee into the chest, bringing it as close to your body as you can. Use your left hand on the right knee. Rest the right arm by the side. Draw the leg across the body to the left side to come into a supine twist. As the leg comes across, you could place something under the knee so that you have more support. Reach the right arm out to the right side, turn your head to look to the right, and we'll pause in supine twist. Without forcing the twist, just be where you are, focusing on your breath, perhaps reminding yourself of your intention. Release your twist and lower the right leg down to the mat. Then hug the left knee into your chest, pausing here for the next few breaths. Keep the right hand on the knee, rest the left arm by your side. Then draw the leg across the body to the right side, coming into your supine twist. You could place something under the knee if you're needing some support. Reach the left arm out to the left side, and you can turn your head to look to the left. Release the twist and extend the left leg. And then we'll settle in for Shavasana, relaxing the arms by the side, rolling the shoulders down the back, letting the legs roll out so the body can take up a little bit more space and be comfortable. A reading by Erin Hansen. If there's one thing that I may tell you, let it be, you are your home. Your body is the only house that you will truly ever own. Maybe it's got some broken windows and there are tear stains on the floors. Maybe you lock the things you wish you weren't behind its many doors. But there is wisdom on its bookshelves and a laugh to light the rooms. There's a vase upon its table where the love you've grown all blooms. Dreams sit on the mantelpiece next to kindness and your trust. Where you use them all so often, they have no time to collect dust. So please don't look at mansions with that envy in your eyes. There's more that makes a home than its appearance or its size. Your body is your shelter, so you deserve to love it all. Don't let the world stand round outside and tell you how to paint your walls. How lucky that you have somewhere to protect you from the night. And if there are cracks left from the past, well, then they just let in more light. Bring awareness back to your body, back to your breath. Gently move the fingers and toes. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, find a full body stretch. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest and roll onto your side. And join me back in a seated position when you're ready. Just resting the hands on the knees, sitting up tall, finishing this practice the way we started it. Take a deep breath in. Exhale inside out. And open your eyes. Thank you so much for your time and energy throughout this last 30 days. I hope that you've enjoyed it and hopefully you feel a little bit more familiar and confident in your yoga practice. I look forward to reading your feedback in the comments section. Take care, and I hope to see you again soon.